Hello, Math Lesson 10.3. Today's lesson is called Make Pictographs. Alright, so on this first page, it says take turns choosing a cube from the bag, draw a smiley face in the graph for each cube. So here are your notes up here. There were 2 blue cubes, 1 red cube, 5 green cubes, and 4 orange cubes. So you'll draw smiley faces on those spots depending on how many cubes were drawn. And that is page 665. On page 666, up at the top it says each picture in the graph stands for one flower. Draw pictures to show the data in the tally chart. Okay, so they give you your tally chart here, and it says number of flowers picked. You have Jessie, Inez, and Paulo. And then it gives you your tally mark. So it looks like Jessie has 3, Inez has 5, and Paulo has 4. So then you're going to take this data here and you're going to turn it into a picture graph here. So our picture we're using is just like a circle or an oval. They did Jessie for you, so 3 tally marks for Jessie, so they drew 3 circles. Inez has 5 tally marks, so we would draw 5 circles in for Inez. And Paulo has 4, so you would draw in 4 circles for Paulo. Alright, same thing down here. It says use the tally chart to complete the picture graph. Draw a smiley face for each child. So we're talking about favorite sandwiches. We have cheese, ham, tuna, and turkey. And then you have 5 tally marks for cheese, 2 for ham, 4 for tuna, and 3 for turkey. So over here, you are going to use a smiley face. You're going to draw a smiley face for each tally mark. So cheese had 5 tally marks. You'll draw 5 smiley faces going across, and you'll do that for ham, tuna, and turkey. So make sure this sandwich type matches over here. And then your questions, number 2, how many children chose tuna? And number 3, how many more children chose cheese than ham? So you're comparing cheese sandwiches to ham sandwiches, so you will subtract to figure out how many more chose cheese than ham. All right. On page 667, you'll use the tally chart to complete the picture graph. Draw a smiley face for each child. So you have favorite fruit. Our fruits are apple, plum, banana, and orange. Then you have your tally marks here. You are going to use your tally marks to write in how many smiley faces you need for your picture graph. And it says each smiley face stands for one child. And then you'll answer the questions below. How many children chose banana? Number 6, how many fewer children chose plum than banana? And I drew a little reminder there. We're comparing plum and banana, so we know we need to subtract. Number 7, how many children chose a fruit that was not a plum? So we don't want to know, we're not including plum in this one, but we need to add together all the other types of fruit. So I wrote a little note here and it says add apple, banana, and orange, and you'll find your total. And then number 8 says, which 3 fruits were chosen by a total of 10 children? So looking up here, you're going to figure out what 3 fruits could you add together to get exactly 10 children. So you might have to try a couple different combinations, and then you're going to write those 3 types of fruit that added up to 10 children down here. All right, page 668 is a mid-chapter checkpoint. This is a pretty short chapter. There's only 6 sections. So after this section today, you are halfway through with chapter 10. So it says use the picture graph to answer the question. So we have favorite season, and then they have spring, summer, fall, and winter. And it says each smiley face stands for one child. Number 1, which season did the fewest children choose? Number 2, how many more children chose spring than fall? So you're comparing spring to fall, so that means you have to subtract. Number 3, how many children chose a season that was not winter? So you are going to add up all your other seasons that were not winter. So you're going to add spring, summer, and fall together. And number 4, how many children chose a favorite season? So they want to know how many total children took place in this survey or gathering this information. So I said count the smiley faces, or you can add up. If you already know how many spring, summer, fall, and winter, you can stack and add those 4 amounts. And then it says draw tally marks to show this number. So whatever answer you get here, you're also going to show it in tally marks down below. All right. Then on to your assignment page. So on page 669, use the tally chart to complete the picture graph. Draw a smiley face for each child. So now we're talking about favorite cookie. You've got your different types of cookie. We have chocolate, oatmeal, peanut butter, and shortbread. And then it says how many people chose each of those cookies. You're going to use your tally marks, or your total number of tally marks over here, and you're going to draw them in smiley faces over here. And remember, it says, our key says, each smiley face stands for 1 child. Number 2, how many children chose chocolate? Number 3, how many fewer children chose oatmeal than peanut butter? So you're comparing oatmeal to peanut butter. You need to figure out how many fewer chose oatmeal, so you're going to have to subtract on number 3. Number 4, which cookie did the most children choose? So which type of cookie did the most children pick? And then number 5, how many children in all chose a favorite cookie? So now remember, how many total kids took place in this survey? So you're going to add all of those numbers together. So you'll add how many people chose chocolate, how many people chose oatmeal, how many chose peanut butter, and how many chose shortbread. You're going to add all those together to get your total amount. And then number 6, you don't have to do. On to the back. Number 1, use the picture graph. How many more rainy days were there in April than in May? So we have number of rainy days. We have March, April, and May. In this question, we're comparing April to May. So figure out April's total and May's total, and you are going to subtract to get the difference. And it says each umbrella stands for 1 day. Review questions down here. Number 2, Rita has 1 $1 bill, 2 quarters, and 3 dimes. What is the total value of Rita's money? So you might want to draw a little picture here, count it up. And remember, when you have the dollar sign, that means you're going to use a decimal to separate your dollars from your cents. Number 3, Lucas put 4 quarters and 3 nickels into his coin bank. How much money did Lucas put into his coin bank? Once again, you might want to draw a picture. We have a dollar sign down here, so that means we're going to have to use a decimal point. And remember, your decimal is going to keep your dollars separate from your cents. Number 4, use a centimeter ruler. What is the length of this string to the nearest centimeter? So we did not use the centimeter side on a ruler yet, but it would be opposite of the inch side. So if you scoot it over, you're going to still line it up on the end, like we did before, kind of at your 0 mark, and you're going to figure out about how many centimeters long that piece of string is. And then number 5, what is the total value of this group of coins? You have a dime, a nickel, a penny, and a penny. And they want you to write the same answer twice, but remember they just did a cent sign there, and then they wrote the word cents there. But you'll still get, it'll be the same answer in both spots. And that is lesson 10.3.